good evening, good morning, good night, you lovelies. It is the one, the only Cappy D Barr, and we are here to discuss some wrestling. All right, we're going to be discussing April 15th, 2026, Dynamite. A lot of things to get to. So I hope all of you had a great one. Hope all of you are having a great one. However you catch this, whenever you catch this. All right. This night, again, I don't really know where these guys are. All right, for most of their settings. They were in Canada for a while. For Dynasty. That Dynasty run was in Canada. I think they're in Washington. Like Seattle, I think we're like halfway out of Seattle, like an hour and a half away from Seattle or some shit like that. I don't know. This night is going to go down in Dynamite history. This was a great Dynamite. The open with MJF pulling up, and he is just he's so braggadocious after his win he's so braggadocious after his win over Kenny Omega, and he has this attitude of just arrogance, right? Like, oh man, it's great to be the champion, it's great to beat Kenny Omega. All this really just highbrow, just real classy shit from MJF, right? Renee is trying to tell him that Darby Allin has officially petitioned for there to be a match, right, for that world title. Now, MJF definitely knew about this, but I think in his mind, he thought that Andrade won. He also did commit to the bit by staying off of the internet for 3 entire days. So, big Hebrew, big fairs. He basically meets Don Callis, and Don Callis lets him know, not only did Andrade lose, but I didn't really have a say in it, because Andrade is just Andrade, like literally just like a hey man condition that Don Callis must meet. 2 of them is going back there to Andrade, and he specifies this is not one of the conditions, right? But he goes back there to Andrade, and he tells him the reason he'll never have a world title opportunity is because he can't get the job done. I really do think this might be pushing Andrade towards a Mox match. I'm gonna keep pushing for this Andrade and Mox match, man. There's no reason why the fuck we haven't gotten it. No reason. So basically, Don Callis, tells MJF it is what it is. MJF is finally informed by Renee after, honestly getting a little loud, deservedly. All right, yeah, I think MJF and Don Callis were, definitely beating around the bush long enough. There is a match set up right now for Darby Allin and MJF. This was a very clever open. Very clever open. And I like the idea of Darby Allin just having so much agency. Like, he wants this to be done immediately, right? He goes out there to Darby Allin, and Darby Allin, he's sitting there, he's fired up, he's pacing back and forth, right? MJF tries to talk for a little bit, and I like to think that his mic, like they cut his mic backstage. Like, shut the fuck up, shut up, Max. And then they get him a new mic. And somebody in the crowd, as like he's kind of beginning to like get a little fired up because he doesn't want to wrestle this match. He's in fucking loafers in a 3-piece suit. Like he is not prepared for this match at all. Somebody yells out, "Don't be a pussy, Max." And then somebody else chants, "Ring that bell," or ring the bell. Max wasn't having that. MJF wasn't having that. MJF wasn't having that shit. He wasn't having that shit at all. Listen, Darby cut maybe one of his better promos of maybe his career. Maybe very passionate. The crowd was right there with him, and I think normally when you do things like that, you kind of have a opportunity to kind of split the crowd. Either gonna think that you're kind of going too far left or too far right. Darby played it right down the middle. It was fiery, it was intense, and for a second you actually thought that the match was gonna start. You actually believed that the night was going to start with Darby winning this championship, but not what happened. Was not, at least not what we started. I'm not gonna spoil that. I don't want to spoil nothing for y'all. So MJF basically says, "Hey, this is a sham. This is, I should have a little bit more time to prepare for this match. And, you can't just spring this on me." And we get maybe one of the best parts of the night, so I'm gonna be honest. Daniel Bryanson stands up, or Bryan Danielson, sorry, brother. Danielson, he stands up, right? And he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to interrupt you, but I have just received word from Tony Khan, and he agrees with MJF. MJF shouldn't defend the title without any time to warm up. That's why he'll be defending it in the main event. Nigga, it was crazy. Nigga, it was crazy. Whole place popped. MJF obviously flipping around doing cartwheels. Reasonable reaction, very reasonable reaction. Darby Allin, he is slamming the ground, you know, just in absolute euphoria. Very nice setup. This is a very, very solid setup for this Dynamite. You can't say that this was a story. I do think that this is kind of more of a one-shot story, because I listen, I don't know what the fuck MJF is about to do against Darby Allin. It ain't win. I'll tell you that much. They ain't about to hot potato this title unless they do. Then I think I have the man who should kill Darby Allin in Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe would be amazing. You take that title back off of take that title back off Darby Allin, or even Swerve. Swerve taking that belt off of Darby. I'm thinking about how we can possibly get Kenny Omega versus Ospreay with this world titles division. I'm trying to paint it all out. You know, I'm having a pretty hard time. But there is a lot. There's a lot I really like about this segment. This promo from Darby in particular, it was good, very strong, very, very strong. And again, the ring the bell chants were just great. Somebody chants, "Don't be a pussy, Max." Listen, I loved it, bro. I loved it. I was literally rooting for Darby Allin, and that's you know, like he's not he's not like Konosuke Takeshita. Like he's not like Konosuke Takeshita. No, he's not like Konosuke Takeshita. Lord have mercy. He's not like Konosuke Takeshita or anything like that. Like he's not somebody who's like, damn, like that wrestling prowess is crazy. But I mean, he is, again, very entertaining to watch, very fun, very just entertaining guy. Personally, I listen, I don't have a problem with Darby. I don't have a problem with Darby. This next segment was like, this is like literal like a deadlock. This is like. Oh gosh. Even from like Bryan Danielson getting like the massive yes chance, like this was fun. This was literally like deadlock. This was like a deadlock video, bar for bar. It's like from Tony Khan being fucking introduced via email, just like the laptop GM, fucking MJF suit, Darby Allin's entire promo. This was a very deadlock coded segment. I'm not gonna hold you. It's very DPW coded. Whatever, it's fine. Next segment that we're going to be talking about is going to be Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega, the Cleaner. All right, we see this vignette of them backstage after their matches at Dynasty, and I think Tony Khan actually might be listening to some of us, because why did they say, yeah man, we both lost on the same card? Isn't that fucking crazy? It's almost like I told y'all that losing on the same card was pretty fucking crazy, and y'all thought that I was crazy. Whatever, it's fine, neither here nor there. They basically both just exchange words and, motivation and encouragement to one another. The crowd pops really big for Kenny getting back up. Again, he's a veteran in this business, so whenever he's out the door, he will be out the door. He acknowledges he only has so many of these left in him, right? But Will Ospreay is the future. He is the heart and soul of a wrestler, right? And I loved it. Will Ospreay is one of my top talents in that ring right now. Again, we're up there with Okada, Mega. Like there's a lot of amazing talent in that elite locker room. So I do want to say that I love the idea of Kenny Omega rebuilding himself. I just, again, with Darby being the champ, I just don't know, unless maybe I'm just thinking maybe like Swerve versus Kenny before All In, maybe. Or let's try to put a pin in that. Swerve versus Kenny, or maybe Kenny versus Claudio. I'm reaching there. I'm reaching with Claudio, but I don't know. I couldn't think of a face who would be able to like out heat the kind of heat Darby has, because Darby's white hot, right? He's white hot, right? But I don't know, man. It's kind of the same thing with like FTR. And again, that segment backstage with Kenny and Will, it's not too much to touch on. It's very touching, very heartwarming. I personally believe that it's better than that "You're in my way of life" segment that Cody and Roman did at the Georgia Tech Dome. That shit was corny. But this segment was nice. FTR's issue with the championships, right? They are at this place where they just challenge Cope and Christian again. Now, the segment is very funny. It's very funny. Stokely's great. Stokely saving the segment. Fork found in kitchen. He says that he doesn't need any hoes because he has the FTR. That was very, very fucking funny. I'm just a little confused exactly as to why FTR are going after Cage and Cope again after you niggas just beat them up, and then it's like they're low-key kind of unks. Low-key, nigga, y'all are unks. This is a lot of unks. It's an unk function. It's a fucking unk function in this bitch, bro. I'm sorry, respectfully. And listen, I really did have my agenda of Speedball, Mike Bailey, and Kevin Knight, the Kinetic One, going over on FTR. So maybe I'm just like a little sour grapes. Maybe I'm a little sour grapes, but my nigga, I ain't gonna lie. Cope taking that bump he took with that belt, I don't need to see him in no more matches for a good month. Listen, leave my uncle alone, bro. Like, y'all can't keep busting up T.O. head like that. He's not the young bull that he used to be. He's not. Like, y'all can't keep treating him like this. Edge and Christian are slated to go against FTR sometime soon. I would love that to be anybody else in that locker room. But hey, is what it is. Match on the card that we are going to officially be talking about as our first official match on the card is going to be Desmond Xavier versus Tommaso Ciampa. I love every single aspect, all right, of Tommaso's game, of his game plan, right? The way that Xavier Desmond, the way that he crafts moves is very well timed, and honestly, I do think that it very much fits the character of somebody who is supposed to be bouncing off the walls at all point in time, right? Kind of like a not like to be disrespectful, obviously, but I'll say a small alteration of what Javon Evans is. Somebody who is just, again, very agile, very quick, right? Desmond Xavier fits all of those categories. I love his vault. He does a vault over the steel steps. I thought it was pretty beast indeed. Tommaso does a fake out dive, and him and Xavier, like, they exchange like the Rascals taunts. I actually think that was kind of cool. That was actually pretty nice. This match, just like another match later in the card, it has a very just nice clash of style, which again, I'm a massive fan of. Tommaso Ciampa, again, just being a little bit more strong style, a little bit more technical, and again, matching against somebody like Xavier Desmond, who is just insanely quick on his feet, and again, somebody who could just make up really impressive jaw-dropping moves on the fly. He hit like a tornado DDT just out of nowhere. Mwah, chef's kiss. It was really good shit from that. And again, I do look at people like Xavier Desmond, and I do think, man, when am I going to get this Xavier versus Kevin Knight match, right? Like, that's my first thought immediately. Like, when am I going to give Desmond versus Kevin Knight? When the fuck am I going to get that? And I want it sooner than later. I'll be honest with all of you. I want it a lot sooner than later. Just with Tommaso Ciampa. He's so funny because a lot of the crowd really does love him because they just want to see the best for him, because again, fuck the Fed, right? But they do have to accept that he is the heel. So even after he wins this match by like really killing, he kills Xavier is what happens, right? He cuts his promo saying, hey, I'm coming for the AEW Men's World Championship, no matter who wins it, MJF, Darby Allin, doesn't matter who, right? And after he says this, the fans start cheering like, yeah, Tommaso, we fucking love you, yeah, fuck the Fed. And then he automatically fucking punt kicks Xavier Desmond. I'm like, bro, like, he's so good at trying to capture heat. I actually really adore him for that. Honestly, I really adore him for that. But this was good. I was really impressed by everything that Xavier brought, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do in the singles division. Again, I know that he's only a part of the tag and trios, but hey, would it hurt to just make him kind of like the standout, right? Like, maybe you put the national belt on him in like a year and a half, maybe. Hey, maybe not impossible. Man, the tag belts. Hey, not impossible. Now, I know we do kind of have this trend in the dub of belting up new cats, but hey, if Desmond feels like he's ready for that weight and he's moving how he's moving right now, I say let the bird fly. I say, let the bird fly. Okay, next we get a pretty fun Tekla segment, actually. Tekla, she goes down the stairs, she's kind of doing her 1-2, and she's berating just everyone that she's beaten, saying that the locker room is full of dumb, stupid bitches. Love Tekla. Tekla's amazing. So great on that mic. Such a beast. Alex Windsor comes out, and, Alex Windsor says, hey, don't come out here talking trash about people, all right? Because I'm the New Japan Pro Women's World Strong Champion, and you could never beat something like that. You got fired from New Japan Pro. And Tekla was like, what? I didn't get fired. Okay, maybe I got fired. And that was pretty funny. Hey, pretty funny. Thecla's great. Thecla, I'm sorry. I don't want to sound like a fucking chud, bro. Like, bro, Thecla knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing on that mic. She knows what she's doing in that ring. I do want to know where the blow off for this is, because she has really run through a lot of the faces. A lot of the faces have been defeated by Thecla. Maybe we'll get Thecla and Mercedes. Maybe they'll try to do like a face thing for Mercedes. The only way that Mercedes could be a face is if Thecla literally just killed somebody. Maybe Jamie hit her. Not Jamie. Maybe Harley Cameron. Maybe because the whole like Mini Monet thing. Well, no, actually, I think Mercedes like canon hates Mini Monet. So I don't know what they could do to make Mercedes Monet a face in this instance. But again, that's the only person that Thecla hasn't beaten. I don't know if we're going to go Alex over on Thecla. But honestly, Alex is a beast. Alex is a beast. Sure, do it. Again, she is a part of a tag team. So it's kind of like when you've seen Speedball in like singles competitor matches back then. It's like, come on, my nigga. Come on, let's be honest. But, Alex might take it home. She might belt up, one half of the Flying Birds. But then again, one half of the Flying Birds, having gold, it's like, a little shaky. I also wanted to touch on very briefly, the breakneck pace that we are moving at tonight is great. Hey, no complaints whatsoever. There's a couple of pieces of the night with like the Young Bucks, the Dogs, Clark Connors, but all that stuff's kind of just like tag division, kind of just like white noise. Honestly, I'll be frank with all of you. We get a match between Hechicero and Will Ospreay. This match was maybe the best match of the card. I'm not even fucking joking. This match was great. This match was fucking great. This match took Kevin Knight and Claudio Castagnoli match. Again, this match, a little predictable. Death Riders, we're going to belt up 1/5 of the Death Riders. Let's be serious. But Kevin Knight goes out there. He has evolved so much. His game has gotten so much sharper than when he first debuted in Spring Breakthrough. He cut a really good promo saying that he could be 2 belts Jet. And hey, man, anything is possible. What I will say for sure is I want to know what Speedball Mike Bailey thinks about all this. Because one man with 2 belts and another they with no belts. Hey, I'm gonna say a little equity would be nice around this bitch. A little equity would be nice. I would have loved Jet Speed to go over on FTR, but I guess I could just keep saying that till the cows come home, huh? It is what it is. The TNT champion, Kevin Knight, again, he does go over on Claudio Castagnoli. Again, kind of predictable win, but again, very, very good match, which leads us into my personal match of the night. Hechicero, Will Ospreay. Hechicero and Will Ospreay, they have a very elegant dance. That's what it is. There's no other way to put it. It's very elegant. It's very clean. Hechicero is maybe one of the best wrestlers on the face of the planet. And I say that about a lot of wrestlers, right? But there's a lot of wrestlers, guys. I think you can form a competent top 100, top 150, maybe even top 250 wrestlers on the planet right now. I'm not even fucking joking. There is, well, I guess the PWI does it every year, huh? Hechicero is great, man. Hechicero, he is a better a technician, I guess you could say, than Ospreay. So he just kind of naturally, just finds just little nooks and crannies around Ospreay's just, again, high octane offense. So even like flashing back to the Claudio and Kevin Knight match, right? Claudio ate a pin to a nigga who couldn't sit still, right? Like Claudio is the hardest, most dominating, but really scariest nigga in that locker room, wholeheartedly. He is called the emissary of violence for a reason. And he goes out there, he gets bested by Kevin Knight. Hechicero goes out here, he gets bested by Will Ospreay. I'm loving it. Listen, this is the exact palate cleanser I needed after all my fucking agendas got shot to shit last Sunday. But exactly, bro, this is the meal I needed. This is the food I've been asking for. This shit right here. Will Ospreay, he tries to find a way around all of Hechicero's submissions, all of Hechicero's just devastating attacks. He targets Will's shoulder, his neck. They're really selling the story of, again, Ospreay not being at full percent, which is true. It's true. He's not 100%. Let's call a fucking spade a spade. Ospreay, bro, he's great. Like, he really is the heart and soul of professional wrestling. After that match with Jon Moxley, he goes out here with Hechicero, easily one of the most diabolical luchadors to ever step through the ropes. He goes a good, 15? Hits a style clash, blade cutter, 1, 2, 3. Wrap it up, boys. Let's go home. Like, that was like I'm dead serious. That was like some like rock shit. Like, okay, I'm gonna sell this injury. Hey, all I need is 2 seconds of you being absent-minded. He turned a fucking triangle chokehold into a one-arm Styles Clash. Blade Runner. That's impressive. That is impressive. I'm sorry. All right. It wasn't some, blade cutter 1, 2. No false finishes. Hechicero did get to try to, a lot of pin attempts off, but very early in the match when he didn't really accumulate as much violence as he thought he had, man, that nigga Hechicero put a beat down on Ospreay. But Ospreay came out. Ospreay came out on the other side. This was probably one of my favorite matches of the month. And I'm going to keep saying that for these AEW, man. It's good matches, man. These are good matches. This is good. It's good wrestling. Fuck am I supposed to do about it, folks? Listen, what am I supposed to do about it? We're going to talk about Jericho very quickly. Jericho is in the ring with Ricochet. Two very good promos from both Ricochet and Jericho. I liked both. Well, what can I say? I think this feud for Ricochet is actually very good. I think the kind of soft mentorship that Jericho is obviously lending to Ricochet on the mic, that's a positive. Listen, you marks could try to bash Ricochet all you want for mic skills this, mic skill that. If he is actively trying to improve his situation, we can't clown him about that. We can't, at least I'm not going to clown him about it. He sounds like he's getting better. It sounds like him and Jericho was on FaceTime for like at least a solid hour yesterday. And he took some notes down. It definitely sounds like he's getting a lot better on that mic. And mind you, he's already a fucking a world-renowned in-ring performer, so it's not like he has to do a lot to really sell his work. You know what I mean? Listen, Bishop Khan and Taliona, those are two easy breakout stars. Listen, all they need is potential, and they will hit their stratosphere. All right, Bishop Khan, y'all watch out for that nigga. I'm telling you, there's something real special about that brother, man. Real special. I'm not gonna lie though, them jumping this old ass man, unnecessary. They didn't need to jump Ricochet. I mean, Ricochet didn't jump these old ass nigga, bro. They jumped Jericho like the Usos and Roman fucking jumped CM Pompadour. Like, I don't know what we're doing. What are we doing here? I want to talk about Pat McAfee and CM Punk so fucking bad, bro. Listen, no, it's fine. Listen, we're not going to talk about it. No, but they jumped this nigga like how Punk got jumped last week. And I thought that was just kind of funny. It was funny. That's all. I enjoyed it. Not exactly the most chronological review. Hope you realize that. But we are barreling towards our main event. All right. We have a Chris Statlander and a Sheeta segment backstage that basically just says, hey, Willow, congrats on your win against some Camille girl or Camille. The match was okay. Willow won with the roll up. Not happy with that. Willow also doesn't have a defined rival yet. Not very happy with that. Athena is also still in ROH. Last Dynamite was a year ago in Boston against Mercedes Moné. Globally critically acclaimed match. Athena hasn't been on a Dynamite since. All of those things are not okay with me. We're downing this Dynamite at least a star. Maybe even 2 stars. Not gonna lie. All of that in succession just pissed me the fuck off. With 2 stars, because this main event kind of makes up for it. Just not a fan. Personally, not the biggest. My bad. Beat a lot of shit for Collision. Collision is tonight. Sorry, guys. As I told you, this country wants your taxes in forms of sales tax, working hours for a job tax, and annual tax. So I'm spread a little thin. All right. What can I say? I wasn't exactly in 3 videos in 24 hours mode, but the One Piece chapter is supposed to be coming out any day. The One Piece chapter is supposed to be coming out any second now, along with Collision and SmackDown. I promise your boy will not forget to do his damn job, all right? Unlike the big, bold bitch in Connecticut. Yeah, like I said, though, Chris Statlander, Sheeta, tag team match for Collision. That should be fun. Sheeta's a really nice wrestler. Chris Statlander, Graps, never going to be upset at that. Yeah, looking forward to when the fuck we can get. Rio should be going against Thekla for this world title division. Rio should be going against Thekla for the world title, but that's just how I feel about things, huh? Or maybe even Athena. Athena on a Dynamite. Ooh, fucking novelties. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling about this. That's how I'm feeling about that. Last match of the night, officially, all right? A lot of build, a lot of hype, even an appearance from one Stinger himself. I actually thought that was a pretty obvious prelude, like, okay, my nigga, all right, it is what it is. Bro, shout out to Black Girl Wrestling. Danny posted this video of I think it was like the 49ers and like confetti, and I'm like, I fucking pray that this is not what I think it is, and it's not telling me what I think it's telling me, but it is. Darby Allin went out there with MJF. MJF had on the, I'm going to be beaten up blue tights on, and after this, Darby Allin, he had 4 coffin drops, a scorpion death drop, and to wrap it all around, a headlock master or something like that. It was like a headlock roll up. He referenced it earlier in the night. It's how MJF has been beating Darby for the last couple of years. Apparently it's like a real elementary kind of, hey, there's a whole story and lore behind it. Darby Allin used this move to get the 1, 2, 3 on MJF. Again, 4 coffin drops. Crowd couldn't shut the fuck up. My only small issue with this is that the entire roster came out. They didn't put Darby on their shoulders. Maybe I'm corny. Maybe I'm stupid. Darby's like 100 pounds. Darby's like 100 pounds. Is it maybe they didn't want to invoke the imagery of mankind? Maybe I don't know. I feel like it would have been harder if it was Darby like on the shoulders of the faces. But honestly, man, Tony Khan's a funny nigga, man. Tony Khan is a real funny nigga. Tony Khan understood that he couldn't do Darby versus Mox in the time in the time frame he wanted to for the belt. So while Darby was at the top of Mount Everest, he had Hangman go over. Hangman, by the way, was a very good world champion, despite what the critics are saying, right? That ends up bleeding into Mox versus Darby with no belt. They both practically fucking kill each other in a puddle of ice and glass. Right, in a puddle of fucking water and glass, right? And then after all of this, Darby Allin, just by the luck of the universe, he gets a world title match with MJF. Yeah. And MJF hasn't really been going up against Moxley, even though Mox was kind of like a fake face. I hope everyone's seeing what I'm getting to here. I'm just kind of lost. A little lost in the sauce here, just a tiny bit. I would like for Darby Allin maybe to have a little bit more of a straight through line with the world title, except for just like, hey man, I got beat Andrade, and Andrade won against MJF, and MJF and Andrade would have been beasts, but now we're not getting that because we got Darby, and I'm like, okay, all right. But what I will say is that this celebration was goated. This was a very good celebration. Darby winning, this feeling, the atmosphere that was created at this moment, the promo that led into this, the emotions, the feelings. Listen, and for all of Darby Allin's faults, he really has been devoting a lot of his life to this wrestling shit. I think I kind of treat wrestlers how like I see like independent artists like on the media circuits, right? Like running around in clubs trying to get a song out, right? It's a innate kind of creativity and an innate kind of self encouragement that you have to have. You have to like believe in yourself. You have to rely on yourself. You are being pushed over. I definitely feel like they're letting opportunities kind of pass them by, if I would say. And I do fear that this is the opportunity, and I do fear that this is the space we can run into when we just kind of make things happen and make them happen. Like there's a lot of space for a world championship succession arc, maybe 2 or 3 weeks for Darby Allin. Who knows what the fuck he runs through? But one Andrade match, then you leading to this, I can understand people who saying it feels a little ham-fisted, but this is a good match. It's a good match. It's a good solid cap on the whole Darby Allin world champion thing, because this has been a project in production from Tony Khan from a very, very, very long time. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I like to think that Darby Allin, he took all of that, innate creativity, and he kept believing in himself. And he didn't let himself get sidelined. He didn't let himself, let the moment pass him by. Like he didn't let the moment pass him by. He took advantage of the opportunity, right? And now he is where he is, and we are looking at a new men's world champion for AEW in Darby Allin. He fell, yes he did. This is again classic 10 out of 10 Dynamite. Any new viewers are gonna probably treat that Willow match, unfortunately, like a snack break. But what I will say is that Willow match could have been any other woman against Willow, and that would have been a great match. I don't think that Camille was kind of sandbagging. That's just like no story, isn't it? Like it's like eating a fucking like peanut butter sandwich. It's like, all right, is the other shoe gonna drop? The other shoe gonna drop? I don't know. I'm waiting for this women division to get a little sharper. But that was everything I officially had for April 15th, 2026. Excuse me if some of it felt a little long-winded. Had to get all my ideas out there, but that was everything your boy had. All right, I hope all of you have a great one. However you catch this, whenever you catch this. All right, it's been your boy Cappy. All right, as I always say, a lot of other stuff in tune, a lot of other stuff in store, got a lot of videos up. So you all stay tuned, stay safe, stay beautiful. Peace.